All right, welcome back to my channel, everyone. Today I'm going to be doing a little workout. We're going to be doing thrusters on the minute. We're going to talk about the details here, and I'm going to talk about the movement and the execution of this, the dumbbell thruster specifically. But before we do that, I'm going to start my clock. You guys can start your clock as well, and let's get this started. Hopefully you should be able to see me in the background of the video. All right, here we go. So we're going to do 3, 2, 1, go. And I'm going to perform 10 thrusters. I can see the moon. All right, that took me about 22 seconds. So for the dumbbell thruster, points performance, I'm gonna try to do this between sets without completely being out of breath. Feet are between your shoulders, toes are turned out slightly. I'm gonna have my dumbbells in this front rack position, about 45-degree angle with my arms. I like to have one dumbbell head on the back of my shoulder and my arm at that angle. From there, I'm gonna descend into the squat, but go straight down. I get my hip crease below the top of the thigh. I'm pushing my knees to track over my midfoot. I extend from the hip, pop my hips, transfer momentum to dumbbells overhead, back to the shoulders. I got 5 seconds. We're doing a set. So the goal is to find a set number of reps you can do on the minute. And I actually go into kind of a squat clean that first rep. I'll talk about that in a second. All right, 10 reps. So the squat clean, or just a clean, right? I say squat for people that don't know the Olympic lifts. I'm pulling from the floor, and as I go to extend from the hip, I jump, shrug, open my hips, pull myself under into the bottom of that squat, and then I go straight into a thruster. Talking and working out is hard. So if you're not comfortable there, then you just power clean the dumbbells, get your stance set up, feet under the shoulders, then you go into your rep. So find what feels best and what's comfortable for you. Right now I have my 10 reps. I'm gonna stick with that. I'll let you guys know how long we're gonna do this for. I think that was 10, yeah, about 25 seconds. All right, so the goal is to do this on the minute for about 5 to 10 minutes. Now, on the low end, 5 minutes is a great starting place. 10 minutes is on the higher end. Now, if I'm looking as a competitor and as a coach, I'm looking at volume. If you're new, start with 5 minutes. Why? Because 10 reps on the minute for 5 minutes is gonna get you 50 reps. If you've never done thrusters, your cardiovascular system's gonna be taxed, but also your leg and core. So that's why I say the 5 minutes. I'll talk about scaling low and rep scheme in a second. Not today. Can't talk while I'm working out, but can't count and talk. I think that was 4. All right, so Ashby, come here. Ashby, go. Oh my goodness, we have a special guest here, Anchovy, aka Entropy. So anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. If I do 10 minutes, that's 100 reps. I'm gonna try to do 10 minutes. We'll see. I'm elevation, so when I work out up here, I feel like I'm breathing through a straw. So if you guys are here, feel free to like the video. Feel free to leave a comment. If you're watching and tuning in, feel free to share this with others. Also, I have an upcoming challenge for January. It's a 31-day challenge. It is designed not only around fat loss, but also accountability and building sustainable habits. All right, next minute. Oh my goodness, come here. Come here, Angie, come here. 3, yeah. 5. If we're doing burpees, you should join in. That's why you don't eat leaves. I think that was 10. All right, so how to modify this? I'm doing 25 pounds. A standard RX from a coach and as an athlete would be 35 pounds. I think back to all my competition days, 35 pound, at least in the beginning, was staple, then eventually moved to 50, depending on the movements we were doing. So modify the load, 5 pounds, 10 pounds. I would give yourself a cap, no more than 35 for ladies, no more than 50 for gentlemen. You can even do air thrusters. If you don't have any weights, just mimic the movement. You're still gonna get that range of motion, which will help the body. All right, next minute. Also, as a competitor, I'm training. I have some upcoming events I'm gonna be doing this year for 2025. One is gonna be a High Rocks, Team High Rocks with my Power Monkey family. Another one's gonna be tackle games. Plan on doing at least 2 of those. And then half marathon and a marathon run. That is something I didn't get to do this past year. Had some back sciatica issues. Still working through them. They're way better, so that's good. Running actually feels better, so we're gonna try that. But I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, competitive mindset. Let's talk about that the next minute. It is really hard to breathe and talk and coach at the same time. All right, so competitor mindset. Think of transitions. So obviously this is on the minute work, but I want to be efficient with my movement. As soon as the minute starts, I'm on that movement or exercise. I'm doing the repetitions. My rest is my transition, but I also want to make sure that I'm not lollygagging, taking my sweet time, walking from one side to the next for my transition. So I typically like to get to my next station or exercise, get a couple reps in, then if I need to take a break, take a break. Also, I want to talk about safety with the thruster here in the next minute. I have a feeling I might be sore tomorrow. All right, so safety components. 2 safety components. Since these are dumbbells, they're a little easier to maneuver and manipulate versus a barbell, right? So for a barbell, I have this front rack position. I need to be aware of my wrists and my elbows. Holy crap, sorry, hard to breathe. So as I come down at the top of the thruster, I bring my hands or barbells or dumbbells to my shoulders, then I descend into the squat. And as I come up, pop my hips, transfer momentum. So it's hips, arms, arms, hips. The reason for that is if I come crashing down, not only am I going to compromise my elbows and my wrists, with possibly hitting my knees, but also my lower back. Let's talk about a personal story in a second. All right, personal story. 2012, I was trying to learn how to Olympic lift at the gym I was at, and I was lifting weights. I was trying to do a thrust or a clean, right, clean to max, squat clean. I came up, came down, caught it, elbow hit my knee, felt something pop, snap in my wrist. Didn't break it. I don't know, I'm walking, knock your wood, but I sprained it really bad, and that is way worse. Personally, I've had multiple issues with it since, but I'm still able to do stuff, right? It's gotten stronger, it's recovered. It just took a lot longer time. So please, elbows and knees should never touch. They're like opposite magnets and should never make contact. Last minute. Okay, we started on 0, so we finish at 9. Also, a couple more things. If you notice in my stance, I turn my toes out. For me right now, that's been helping my back touch at the bottom position. So my toes are turned about 45 degrees. You can adjust them as needed. If you have the mobility to have feet parallel and knees track over toes, that's great. For those that are new to lifting, working out, training, I recommend turning toes out, as if you have very tight hips and you sit a lot, that external rotation of your hip joints will help you feel a little better at the bottom. Also, if you're in a narrow stance and you're long and tall like me, and I go to squat, my butt's in the back, chest is gonna come forward. Compromising position here is obviously elbows and knees, but also back. So if you open up your stance, feet on the shoulders or even outside shoulders, that allows you to have more of an upright torso, as you saw in my movement pattern. Get my hips are kind of tight, so I'm kind of pitching forward. So again, as a competitor, as an athlete, you want to challenge yourself, you want to push yourself, you want to hold yourself accountable, you want to have minimal, exaggerated transitions, we'll say. And this doesn't have to be just necessarily in the gym, it could be anything else. Take it to the tactical games, take it to a high rocks, take it to a marathon if you're grabbing water, right? Don't stop, grab the water, kind of slowly jog and sip. So again, that was today's workout. If you guys like this, feel free to like, subscribe, share for more. Also, if you are interested in my New Year's challenge, 31 days, feel free to leave a comment below, and I'll send you more information. It is going to have workouts, daily workouts, 31 workouts. So stay tuned for more. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you next time.